You have a program coming up called Growing Opportunities in a Shrinking World. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Well, we're very excited about that, and I think that the name itself implies that the world is getting flatter, does it not? And this was just a great opportunity for the city of Atlanta. I mean, I think this is the hottest thing around because M&A International, that is globally based, every 6 months has an international conference of deal makers at different locations throughout the world. And 6 months ago it was in Spain, and for this meeting it was going to be held in Atlanta. So Alex Mammon of TM Capital quickly gravitated towards that and said, hey, this is a great opportunity that fits right inside our international activity. It'll be M&A, deal makers, foreign investors, local companies that want to grow and expand will attend that. And we just felt like ACG wanted to be a part of that, just given that we're also in the deal-making space.
The Atlanta office of BDO is part of a global organization.
That's correct. We have almost 1,100 offices worldwide.
How do you interact with those offices?
Oh, that's a great question. And this is really my true passion, is that as a tax partner, many of my clients are doing business overseas, or I might be sitting in the Atlanta office of BDO Seidman and answering the phone from one of my colleagues over the pond, per se. And we know each other. I mean, we're part of the same organization, whether you go to the UK or Canada or even Australia or Hong Kong. All of our offices start with the name BDO. We're part of one organization. We have the same tools, technologies, network to deal with.
Is this the case for most corporations today?
I think most corporations and few service providers. Of the accounting firms, there are only probably 6 true global firms. And so we're probably at a little bit of an advantage. We're probably the 5th largest in the world that are serving in that capacity. But many corporations are finding that they're doing business in China, also in Central America, in South America, wherever it makes sense for them and they have a growing population and need, not to mention Eastern and Western Europe.
You've taken an interest in the local business schools and the graduates in terms of encouraging a global perspective for them.
Yes.
And you have a cup that is a challenge cup.
Yes.
What do they have to do to participate in this challenge cup?
Well, the ACG Cup, as it's called, is part of a national program because we're part of a global organization, ACG. And to participate, you go to local area business schools, and really those students have to express a desire to participate in what we would call an investment banking case study. And those students form teams and are evaluated on how they respond to the case study and prepare for it. This year was our pilot program. We selected 3 business schools in the Atlanta area that felt that they could be best positioned to compete. The citywide competition is coming up, and that will be held over at the Emory University Private Equity Group campus or area of that university.
And the other participants are the University of Georgia?
And Georgia Tech.
And Georgia Tech.
Yes.
And you hope to expand that to include other institutions in the future?
We do. We approached probably 6 or 7 schools this year, and just as part of our pilot program. And these were the 3 schools that really already were to that point where they were ready and in place to do it. So as part of our pilot, we felt like that was good.
And what they will do is work on a merger or an acquisition and then present that to a board of judges?
Well, they will, but as a part of that mergers and acquisitions, there's so many different components to making a deal. They will focus on the investment banking portion of making a deal, an acquisition.
What kind of background are you looking for new members to join ACG?
Well, our primary focus and initiative this year has been to attract those corporate members, those people that are involved in either business development, finance, looking to grow their business, and looking for deals and expansion, or looking to sell their business or raise capital. And that has been our primary focus this year. Thinking that if we attract corporate members, then investment bankers, private equity groups, service providers follow.
How many members do you have at the moment?
We have 500 members currently.
And how many would you like to see join this year?
I think we're looking at probably 25 additional members. We've had probably 40 new members come in this year. And with these big initiatives, and then we have had some fall off because of the economy as well. So I think if we have about 25 new members this year, we'll say that's a success.
How do they apply?
They just go online to acg.org and apply for membership and select the Atlanta chapter or the chapter that's closest to them.